Hi, so today we are going to do a do-it-yourself map coaster. So in your kit, you're going to get some Mod Podge, a brush, a cutout of a map, and a blank tile. So the first thing you're going to want to do is determine what piece of your map you want to have showing and to cut that area. So what you're going to need to do is grab your pen or pencil, and you are going to outline so that you know where to cut. Just real quick. Okay. And then you're going to want to cut your map to size. Now, a lot of this is going to actually be waiting for things to dry because you have to do a couple of different rounds of Mod Podge. So the first round that you're going to do is you're going to actually Mod Podge the back of here because it actually helps the paper from wrinkling. So that's going to be your step one. So take your brush, get your Mod Podge, and just coat a solid layer on the back of your paper. That way, that will help from any wrinkles you may have. So now that we've done that, we are going to let this dry and we'll move on to the next step. Okay, and now that this is dry on the back, what you're going to do is you're going to Mod Podge your tile. Give it a good layer. Just a little more. Okay, and now that everything's Mod Podged, you are going to put your paper. I'm gonna line it up and stick it down. Now this is not the last part, but we do need this to be fully dried to do the last part. So you're just gonna smooth it all out and leave it here to rest. Okay, we are officially on the last step. So now that this is pretty dry, you are actually going to do multiple coats of the Mod Podge on the top. So you're gonna obviously want it in a thin layer so you can, see it's not gonna be that thick. But you're gonna wanna go over it a couple of times because that's really what, and make sure you get like the sides too, because that's really what's gonna kind of seal it in. And then we're gonna let this dry. So you are gonna wanna let this dry for about 24 to 48 hours and not touch it and do anything with it. So that's gonna be the longest part of this. It's actually pretty easy to put together, but you just gotta give it a little bit of time to dry and adhere so that you can start using it. So that is your last step, and at the end of this video I will throw in a clip of the finished product. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm going to have a list of the materials that were used so that if you don't have a chance to pick up your kit at the library or you get there once we've run out of available kits, you can purchase these on your own, follow along with the video, and complete the project. Again, this is Brittany from the Westmont Public Library, and thank you for tuning in on this craft kit video. And here's your final product. So you're also going to get something that looks like this, that has kind of like a cork texture to it. You're supposed to be able to peel the back to it so that you could actually adhere this to the back so that you've got a little bit more of a grip, but unfortunately it doesn't peel very well. So I would suggest using your Mod Podge to actually adhere it to your coaster or any other type of glue that you may have around your house. Thanks again for joining us for this craft video, and we will see you in April for another Take and Make.